Crazy details revealed about multiple San Diego Padres. AJ Cassavell dropping major news, which could have major implications on this team. Let's talk about all of that. Before anything, hi, welcome back to another episode of Padres Digest with your host, Andrew. Happy to be back with a fun little video for you guys. Before anything, please subscribe for more amazing, truthful, honest, wonderful, great videos from yours truly and Christian, of course. So please subscribe so you can watch more of it. So, AJ Cassavell, our beat reporter, can I call him that? He did a recent AMA on Reddit a couple days ago. I know I'm a little late. Sorry, been busy. But I have some interesting things I want to share from this AMA a couple days ago. I think it was like the 4th or the 5th it happened. So a little late, but that's okay. Still drops relevant, important news for the Padres. So let's just start with the first question that I really liked, that shares some big things. First one's about Luis Campusano. Has Luis Campusano played his way out of being in the Padres' plans? He hasn't hit, and it doesn't seem like they'll view him as a viable catcher. So yeah, Campusano hasn't been great this year. I mean, he doesn't even have a hit, but it's only 13 at-bats, and we're kind of not using him at all whatsoever. So this is what he had to say about that. I think this mostly depends on what they do at the deadline and whether Campusano hits before then. He's clearly not in their catching plans right now, but it's at least useful having a third catcher on the roster, particularly when your top two catchers don't bring much offensively. You can pinch hit for them and feel covered if Campusano can prove himself as the bench bat and maybe even an occasional first baseman. He's been getting reps there. I still think there's a place for him, but yeah, that doesn't feel likely, and he seems like an obvious change of scenery candidate. So yeah, I forgot to say the name, B. Batardo, for that comment. Thank you for that. But yeah, it sounds like Campusano isn't really... Hello, Campusano. Sounds like he really isn't too important to the Padres right now, which is strange because if you're not going to give him at-bats, why not send him down? But my other thought about that is clearly he hits really well in AAA. So what is his point? You know what I mean? Is he I know he's an emergency third catcher, but like he's not even a bench bat right now. Like I haven't seen him have an at-bat in like a week almost. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a while. So it's just like, what is their plans? I just want to know that. What is AJ Preller and Mike Shildt thinking? Because like I don't love Campusano, but I do kind of feel for him. Let's put it that way. But let's move on to our next one. Are there any indications of keeping Arraez or King at the end of the season? This, of course, is a massive thing because both players are massive for this team. This is from a happy teddy bear. Thank you so much, a happy teddy bear. I think Arraez is likelier than King. King is going to be one of the best pitchers available in free agency, and have you seen what elite starting pitchers make in free agency? Arraez's market will be much more interesting. Here's a total guess on the likelihood, an educated guess, but seriously, just a guess. 55% shot neither is back. 35% only Arraez is back, and 8% only King is back. 2% both are back. That's a hard one to swallow because obviously they're both fan favorites and we want to keep both. But in this day and age where contracts are thrown out like candy and people just give out money to anybody because teams are desperate, it's almost impossible to keep almost anybody these days. I mean, I have some pictures to show you. This is King's possible contracts. I whipped this up through ChatGPT, so if anything's wrong, my bad, but it shouldn't be because I double-checked it. But Spotrac says he'll make an estimated $17.8 million per year, suggests a potential 4-year, $71.2 million deal based on market value. That seems kind of cheap, to be honest. I feel like he'll get more. But Jeff Passan says over $100 million, labels King as the best pitcher in the class, which I agree with. Fox Sports up to $100 million. Notes that a bidding war could drive King's contract to this amount. I think personally it could be more, but Trade Rumors says comparable to top tier starters. Top tier starters as in like 200 plus. I mean, what did Scherzer and them get like a long time ago? I feel like I've seen pitchers get over $300 million dollars. So I could see 200 million for King right now. I mean, Newsweek says 182 million for 5 years. So I think Michael King is going to get a sizable contract. Another person who could get a big contract, I mean, Spotrac says Arraez could get 9 years, 154 million. $17.1 million a year. I mean, that seems kind of expensive for Arraez. I mean, potentially over 100 million. I could see like exactly 100 million. That being said, still 17 million a year is a little bit out of the Padres price point, I think, right now, especially for a player who's mostly a DH but can hit or can play first base. So Arraez isn't as big as a loss as King, but realistically, I don't think King is going to re-sign with us or take the deal that we offered him, the option, I mean. But yeah, that's going to be a tough one to swallow because obviously we like both, but realistically speaking, it's probably not going to happen. But yeah, missed one. Yeah. So from Plant Zaddy 1904. My question is, what is the realistic future that we trade for Duran potentially offloading Salas in a package? Is the front office aggressively pursuing, or is it all smoke? He has to say. So I just realized this is the wrong text. This is a completely different question. I don't know what I was doing. That being said, I do have it here, so I'll just read it. I don't know how I did that. My bad. But what it really says, don't think it's just smoke. The Padres would love to have Duran. Thing is, it'll take a lot to get him, and I'm not sure they have that. You'd have to figure Salas is the headliner in that package, but they'd probably need to include more, and the Padres are still very bullish on Salas, and they don't want to sell low there. So it sounds like, again, my bad, I got the wrong one. I don't know how I did that. But it sounds like Duran is a little too far-fetched for us. And we have a lot of videos talking about a lot of different prospects. I still like Luis Robert Jr. When I released that video, a lot of people were hating on it. I still like it. I hide behind it. Or stand behind it, I should say. But yeah, I feel like Duran's a little too rich for a blood. And I don't really want to give up a lot of prospects because I feel like recently we have a history of giving up on prospects. And now, like, look at the Nationals. Well, we didn't really give up on the Nationals prospects. We just wanted Soto. But, like, let's try better to develop our prospects, I think, personally. But yeah, that's what he had to say about Duran. And then we'll move on to the next one. I have a question concerning Merrill's recent slump during May. That was a bit overshadowed by Tatis' slump. In your opinion, what is the cause of this slump? Is it mental or more mechanic? Maybe some lingering effects of the IL stint. That is from Epislonchi. Good name. It's a fine line between being an aggressive hitter and an over-aggressive hitter. Merrill's one of the best out walking that line. He's one of the most fun, aggressive hitters I've ever watched, but right now he's expanding the zone and chasing a little too much. Rein that in slightly, and I seriously believe it only needs to be slightly. He doesn't need to be a walk machine. He's Jackson Merrill again. So yeah, Jackson Merrill has definitely, and you can watch it, swung at like so many horrible pitches. I feel like he's way too over-aggressive right now because he knows he's in a slump, but he's still trying to attack a ball a little too much. And like I said in the last video, I can make a video talking about Jackson Merrill and why I think he's going through a slump. If you guys want to see that, let me know. I'll probably do it anyways, but let me know anyways. But yeah, Merrill's slump is definitely not great to watch because you want to see him do good. He's our young buck who we just signed to like a 9-year contract. So we have faith he'll get out of it, but it is tough to watch. I'll say that. But yeah, I do have 2 more that I was going to show because they're kind of fun. I guess we have time for it. I don't want to make these videos too long, so I'll be quick. But yeah. This one. Hey, AJ, huge fan of your work. I've noticed you upload published articles in the middle of games. Do you sit with your laptop or computer or WE, I don't know what that means, ready to write while watching games like a little gremlin, or just log on when something newsworthy happens? I am a gremlin with my laptop open for 9 innings. That's kind of funny. I can just picture him in his laptop just like typing away. I don't know why. I like picturing that. I thought that was funny. Next one. We always hear what it's like what if Scherzer's Ohtani to the pad, blah, blah, blah. But do you know any potential blockbuster or trade moves that didn't happen that you thought would or could have happened? Here's one. I know the Padres were very interested in bringing back Tanner Scott this winter and were ultimately outbid by the Dodgers. If they sign Scott, do they still have the resources to add Pivetta? And where would this team be without Nick Pivetta? Scott sucks. And I'm so glad. I mean, no hate towards the guy, but I am so glad he sucks right now because that's the only reason the Dodgers don't have a massive lead against us. And Nick Pivetta is the only other reason, or one of the other reasons why this team isn't like below 500. Because Nick Pivetta has been amazing. Tanner Scott has been horrible to the Dodgers' dismay. But we like seeing Dodgers dismay. But yeah, that was highlights of the AMA. I can post a link to the Reddit thread if you guys want to read it. Just remind me because I might forget. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? Do you feel concerned about Campusano? Do you wish he would get more at-bats, or are you kind of giving up on him? We could trade him if you wanted to. What do you guys think? How do you feel about Arraez and King? Do you wish we could obviously you wish we could re-sign both, but realistically we're not. So what do you think are some options we could do? Do you want to sign which one? Which one do you want to sign? What would you do if we didn't sign any of them? What do you guys want to do for targets? Whatever. Just let me know how you feel about that. And yeah, have a fantastic rest of your day. Please subscribe and go Padres. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.